All right, so just talking about energy efficiency today and how during this time gas is close to like $3.50 out here in Texas, but I've been making the most of this day today and just running around town and supercharging and going for a little joyride. I've been heavy on the foot and just stopping here, there, and getting nice scenic locations with this car. Right now we're in the Galleria area where there's a mall, and I think most distances that people drive, it's gonna be about 20 miles to 30 miles. And for that kind of traveling distance, this is perfect. The way that this is set up is that there are superchargers throughout the stops that I'm making. You know, there's one like every hour or an hour and a half from my location, so it's very convenient for me to stop and charge up and not have to worry about range. There's not a lot of range anxiety that I'm experiencing by taking this Tesla out and just traveling around. This one here's got the brake calipers, the Brembo brakes, so it's a performance version and it gives it a lot of good stopping power. I did run over a curb earlier and I kind of felt like the tires are just really thin, so that's just my only quirk about this car. But other than that, it's a ton of fun to drive, 0 to 60 in less than 3 seconds. Also, something that separated this car compared to some of the other model Teslas out there is that this one has a sunroof, so my wife got a kick out of just looking at the sunroof and getting the views of the area. What a day, what a day. We're just out and about in the big city today, and Rosa and I are having a nice date kind of a day. Patting your face, making sure all that makeup's looking nice and pretty. Currently, we're at the Arlington Supercharger. This one's the Model S P90D. It's got a 0 to 60 time in like 2-point-something seconds, and it's blazing fast. But the supercharger station we're at right now, this one, we're waiting for about 25 minutes. We're at 152 miles of range out of the 250 I started off with this morning. So we've been zipping around, and I got a lead foot out here. It's been fun to take this out and about. It's not too windy out here, but you know, we stopped by Legoland earlier and picked up some nice toys for her. She likes Legos. It brings her back to the feeling of childhood. I mean, that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna build it all, but if she'll build it and have fun with it, hey, more power to her. We spent a good amount on those Lego toys, didn't we? Yeah. Hey. So that's what it's looking like over here. I love this view of the stadium here. This is a nice stadium, and it's kind of hot and muggy today, but that's all right. At least we can stretch our legs out here and enjoy the scenery, enjoying the view out here. Nice, lovely view out here. Stretching our legs. You know, the superchargers are something interesting. Like, it takes about 25-30 minutes for you to charge up at the stations, and that's just about enough time for you to stretch your legs, get a drink, or go use the restroom. So I think that they're very strategically placed out in the big city and anywhere that you're really planning to take a road trip on. So, you know, it's interesting to see the different kind of shortages that have been happening in this country. Like recently there was a gas shortage, and having like an electric vehicle, it allows you to not have to rely on gas stations. So it's definitely something to consider, because not only are price of gas going up, but you don't want to be in a shortage in any situation of gas where you can't get from point A to B. You know, you want to have a reliable means of having a transportation, and plus just the Tesla car is just a fun ride to have. Okay, so back inside the Tesla, and you know, we just went out for a little walk, got some fresh air, looked at the scenery, And it says that we've picked up some miles, like over 72 miles. Okay, now it's at 73 miles. So I could wait for a little bit more and wait for it to top out right there. It's not the maximum amount of charge that I can get, but it's for about 73 miles. Over at this supercharger, there's about $3.30 that is coming into this car via electricity. Equate that into gasoline costs nowadays, and that doesn't even equal a gallon compared to what you would pay at the gas station. So it's something to keep in mind of how energy efficient electric battery is and how much you're going to be paying compared to the gas pumps. So if you drive a car that's like 20 miles a gallon, it would be about a third of the cost compared to any kind of a gas vehicle that's getting about 20 miles a gallon. So I like the Tesla brand. It's a nice electric car, and it's amazing to see how much technology has evolved. Another good thing about these Teslas is that they have autopilot, and you don't have to fill up at gas stations that have spills on the ground, smell, and are in some sketchy areas too, because you can just charge it from home.